So if we were getting right down to the brass tacks, what would you say would define community? What do you mean by community?
I think it's often used to sort of just designate that there's something in common between two or more people and they become a community. You know, the Facebook community, the Hispanic community, the faith community. And we lose something, I think, kind of essential when we talk that way. For me, there is that piece around there is something in common, there is something we share, but it's not just based on those sorts of accidental features. There's also something where we lean into it, right? So we participate, we involve ourselves, we identify ourselves with that. There's some choice around it, around engaging around that particular characteristic or that particular issue, thing in common. For me, it also involves personal relationship, right? So it's not an abstract thing. It's not a theoretical thing. It's a concrete thing where I'm in a personal relationship. And so much so that it inspires me to say we, right? Okay. And so it's not just about me in relationship to others. It becomes a we. And personally for me, I also lean towards it being place-based in some way. I think there's something weakened around the term when we start expanding it to sort of incorporate an online community, for example, or a virtual community. For me, I don't know how to address the faith community or the online community, but I know I can go to this church, or I know I can convene these people. And for me, who I self-identify as a collective or a community. So for me, I think...
Is that aware? Is that...
Often I think it is, right? So sometimes, but not always, right? But I think of churches where people convene Sunday and they come together, right? Mm-hmm. I think of book clubs that come together, sports teams, associations, volunteer groups, activist groups, neighbors, right? I think there's a strong sort of piece in terms of which we share this soil, we share this space, we share this place, and this is where we come together. It doesn't always have to be. I just think that when we lose that kind of concreteness around gathering, that there's something that's weakened around the concept of community. It starts getting more and more dissipated.
So what would you say are sort of those key elements? Those you're talking a little bit about more concrete. What would you say are the key elements?
Quality of the relationships. It's it's people that identify using the we language rather than sort of the I language. It's people that donate or contribute their time towards a collective, right? Because they self-identify that that's part of who they are, and those are for me sort of more the ingredients.
Perfect. So, why, for you, Gord, why is community important?
It's important, I think, for so many ways, for so many reasons. First of all, we're social beings. And we need to be with others. Mm-hmm. I think it addresses what for me is the fundamental existential question, which is, do I matter? And we find out whether we're worthy or whether we matter in relationship with others. It's a place where community is a place where we're witnessed, where we're seen, where we can make contributions, where there's reciprocity, cooperation are possible. And when those things are possible, it amplifies my own possibility. It amplifies a possibility of humanity because we bring all those things together. I think we usually think that the we is constructed out of I's. You put enough I's together and you get a we, until the we comes later. The we is secondary sort of thing. There's a philosopher, Gabriel Marcel, who says that the I is constituted by relationships, which means that if you want to know who I am, right? If the more I go inside myself to find out who I am, the more I'm kind of projected back out in the world, because I'm my mother, I'm my father, I'm the friends that shape me, I'm my partners, my lovers. I'm the people around me. I can't understand myself. I don't exist except as this composition.
Yeah, as a composition. Oh, I see, yes.
So the I really emerges out of the we, right? It kind of reverses that. I think that's, what's so important about community is that the self emerges out of community, right? It's born out of community. It discovers its purpose, its own trajectory kind of out of community.
Okay. Well, and what do you feel holds community together?
Honestly, I think it's the need to be with others,
Okay.
right? It's the need. It's the need to share lives, to share resources, to move forward in life with other people.
Right.
I think it's very fundamental to who we are.